everyone. My name is Victoria Martin. I'm an astrologer in Chicago, and I'm going to tell Taurus all about your November. This would count for either Taurus sun sign or Taurus ascending sign. Okay, so November 2015 is not exactly a piece of cake. For you, it's okay. Everyone will have their pick of roles. You can be a hero, you can be a stoic, or you can be a provocateur. There will be big issues exploding on the world stage. They may not be yours, but you may be affected by them. So my advice is be alert, stay cool, toughen up a little, and avoid self-sacrifice. So stay out of the crossfire. Okay, now the good part of November is the beginning. That kind of butters you up or whatever. And Venus is conjunct Mars. That should be fun. The new moon is your setup time. It says the free will is operating. November 16th through December 6th is now we get into some crunch time with Saturn square Neptune. And then the full moon is kind of putting everything over the top. So let's take a look at it. In terms of Venus conjunct Mars is perfect for your solar fifth house. This means your talent is developing. Your children, if you have any children, are really blooming. There is a kind of a sense of luck and potential. And so this can be really great. And it's in some nice star areas. One thing is the tip of the wing of Virgo. This has to do with advising everyone, be congenial, use your academic skills, develop your mind. In the tail of the lion, this has to do with signaling followers, so it's getting everybody in line, keeping your eye on the prize. And also in the cup, and this has to do with an interest in nature, so for environmentalists, collectors, and the idea of sharing, teaching children how to share, and also sharing because that brings you luck. So Venus and Mars in conjunction, there's the train whistle, agreeing with me. It's grandiose sort of romance, there's culture, there's sensual experiences. This is all really great. So my advice is go with the glory, draw on what is pleasurable, beautiful, and good. Now, the new moon is the more proactive time. In this case, proactive with partnerships, social life, public outreach. And this is a time to really get going on what you want. It tends to be a little introverted, so push yourself out there. Especially, this is your half birthday phase. So it is your opposite season. It's a little awkward, but it will provide objectivity. It gives evidence about who are your true allies. You need to collect favors, so hopefully there's people out there who owe you favors. Now, this new moon is in the area of the zodiac where the claws of Scorpio, which is persuasion, overlap with the scales of Libra, which is balance. And this has to do with how are you treating other people, partners, your social life. And we're also looking at stars Ophiuchus and Centaurus. So in the scales, this has to do with the love of arts and academia, opportunity to use accounting, law, and other kind of fair practices. But also with the Centaur, you can reach out, you can chill on sensitive moods, which actually is important sometimes in social situations, and maybe all of you together can have some kind of excitement. The nose of the serpent, of course, we know that this is, the scent or flavor are important. You can remove obstacles that get in the way of better partnerships or better social life. And plans should include confidence builders in a social situation and obstacle removers. So it's a very strategic time frame. Be keenly aware and observant. Okay, now the challenge in November has to do with Saturn is forming a square and it's applying square to Neptune. You have 3 chances to deal with this, Saturn being limitation and Neptune being fantasy. And so in this case, November, which is now, and then you have June and September 2016 to find out what is real, essentially. Saturn is transiting your solar 8th house, so you want to be very, very careful about who are you collaborating with, about contracts and doing ample troubleshooting. The opportunity is to either bring your friends along with you or maybe leave them behind in some situations. And this could also mean that benefactors and patrons who might respond to glamour and sensitivity, but then they could be overcome by glamour and sensitivity too. So you, with your business background, you want to be really thinking tough, tenacious, and strategy-oriented, and really understanding your friends. This is because who are affected by Neptune right now. They could be also in a noble causes, because that's the star. It's near the mouth of the fish. And so you have to see, well, which of your friends or your collaborators are going to work out and which ones aren't. So those people or projects living in an ideal world may be impractical. So you got to figure that out, or they don't have the protocol. This is an excellent character growth potential, and so adjustments may be activated. So this gets even more intense on the full moon when everybody puts their cards on the table because this is a full moon in your second house. So you find out what types of tools and resources do they really have. This is near the bullseye, and there's kind of like a judgment day situation. So the bullseye has to do with confidence, bold attitude, and contract oriented. And so you want to guard against harsh judgments and use your instincts. Also favor science and remain in a state of grace. So I'm just picking out some traits. Now the most challenging time frame of 2015, that's what this is. It's going to bring important choices in terms of fight or flight. So stay out of bad neighborhoods, literally and figuratively, and also stay out of the crossfire. Know what you can handle and maintain your integrity. So here's to recap November. The first half is really good and formative. The second half is more reactive and troubleshooting. And so once we get to December, we are still regrouping on November because it's going to be a little bit of overflow. The revolution that's been in process since 2011 is ongoing in December. So my advice is be hip, friendly, and tech savvy. So I think November could be a better month for you than for some people. So I hope that that's the case. And thank you for watching. My name's Victoria Martin.
Bu akşam seminerimizi canlı olarak mobil uygulamamız üzerinden yapıyoruz.